So today we have my 2003 13-inch Toshiba TV VCR Combo. And turning it around, you can see it is a CRT monitor, so it is a deep unit. And right here, looking at the label, you can see it is model number MV13N3, and you can see it was manufactured August 2003. And of course, I do have the original remote, and you can see that right here. And it does operate on 2 AAA batteries. And so looking here on the front, you do have the power button, a record button, so it is a VCR. You can actually record shows. A couple of indicator lights, one for timed record, one for record, volume up and down, channel up and down. You have your play button for the VCR here, stop eject button. You hit the stop and then eject. The tape will eject from here. Rewind, fast forward. You have a couple of composite connectors here for auxiliary units. Let's say if you want to plug in another VCR or a DVD or perhaps a game like an NES. And then you do have a headphone jack right here. Now it does look like it has 2 speakers, but in fact it only has 1 speaker. This is kind of a fake little speaker thing here. It actually is only mono. 1 speaker, which is on this side, and you can tell that by looking at just the audio. It only has 1 audio jack. And so again, on back, it has a couple of handles here that you can carry the unit around. Somewhat portable, of course. It is a CRT, so they are heavy. Right here you have a little antenna insert. You can stick an antenna right there. And then all the way down to the bottom, you do have a coaxial connector here for, let's say, an antenna or another auxiliary device. And then, of course, you can turn the channels up or down just with this button here, 3, 4. And if you go all the way down below 1, you'll see line in, which represents this connection right here. So when it's in this line, you can play your auxiliary devices right here. Now the remote does have a menu button right here, so when we hit menu you can kind of see a system setup screen. The first one is clock, then language, auto clock. Now you have to set the clock before you can set the standard time or daylight saving time, and that is, you have a plus and minus button here. You can go up and down to select what you want to select. And then there's an enter button here. So let's go ahead and hit the clock feature here. And then you can select, of course, the month, the day, etc. Let's see. Enter 2003, 12 o'clock. We'll just keep it there. And you can see the time and day is displayed. And with the clock set, now we could actually scroll down to the standard time if we wanted to. You know, I'm in Pacific, but you can select whatever you want there. You just hit enter. And then the daylight saving time. We're still on daylight saving, so you could either select it on or off for auto, which is kind of nice features there. And then there's the auto clock setting on or off, or language. If we go ahead and select languages, it looks like just 3 options. We'll keep it at English. And then by hitting menu one more time, you get into a sub menu where you can actually do a timed record set. Now again, unlike DVDs, VHS tapes can be recorded if you have a recordable tape. So if you go up to that and hit enter, you have a number of different settings. Each one of these you can set for the channel, time, date, etc. And you can just scroll down and set which one you want to set for each one. So going to the TV setup, you just enter that. You have the V-chip option, which is an old kind of like a parent rating type system. You can set that for your kids. The next one down is on or off timer if you want it timed. Let's say you're recording a program or watching a program. And then picture. If we go ahead and go into picture, you can select the brightness setting, contrast, color, and tint. I think that's it. Oh, sharpness as well. And just going back, you can go ahead and hit the channel setup. So if it is connected to an antenna, you could set up the channels so it could kind of set which channels are which. And then the auto repeat on and off. And then the system setup is what we were in just earlier. Okay, so let's go ahead and stick in a tape. I do have this Harry Potter tape right here. Now, it doesn't matter if you're in the line or a specific channel. Once you stick in a tape, it'll automatically revert to playing that tape. So we'll go ahead and stick this on here. And then I believe it just starts playing. Yes, it does. And I'm not sure if it's on mute or not. There we go. It is not. So we'll go ahead and mute it for now. And you can see the movie has started, and you could the controls are right here. You could have play right here, fast forward, rewind, or stop. The eject button's here. So, and then there's also a pause button. So if you hit pause, it'll pause. Of course, you'll get a lot of static. You can go ahead and hit play again. If you do fast forward, you just fast forward there, hit play again. Or you could reverse it just like that and hit play again. Now, if you hit stop, of course, then you can do a fast forward and it'll go really fast, and you can rewind or fast forward a tape really fast. But as you play, you can actually kind of skip forward just like that. So kind of a cool feature as you're playing, there is this call button on the remote. If you hit call, it'll show you kind of the aspects. You got the time, the day of the week, and then you have the count of the tape in minutes and seconds. Also the speed of the tape, SP or SLP. But the counter is kind of cool. You could just leave that on. You could see how far you are in the tape. You could also hit what is this, counter reset. So if you hit this reset button right here, you'll notice the counter goes to 0 and starts again. So you could restart the counter. And if you want to fast forward, the counter will just go fast forward. Just like that. If you stop it, the counter's still there, and then you can hit the high speed fast forward. Just like that. Stop it, and then play again. And this display will remain there until you hit the call button again, and then it will disappear. And of course it is on mute right now. We'll go ahead and unmute it.
It was an awful thing to
Turn
say.
up the volume a little bit.
Dobby, stop.
And again, it's one speaker here. You can put headphones in, but the sound is okay. It's just a tiny little speaker, so the speaker's not that great. I did open up this unit, and you can see that right here. You can see all the electronics and the CRT monitor, and you can see right here that it only does have that one speaker, and it is kind of small, so it's not the best sound, but hey, yeah, you know, it's a small little device, so there you go. And then when you're all done, you just hit the stop and then the eject, and the tape will come on out on its own. Pull it out, turn it off, and there you have it. That is my Toshiba TV VCR combo. Hope you enjoyed this video. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.